Hello everyone and welcome back to another cryptocurrency video. In today's video we will be discussing some key levels with regards to the Bitcoin price and the cryptocurrency asset class as a whole. It seems as if the market has just gotten pretty much stale ever since the Bitcoin ETF went live back at the beginning of January. And since then we've had a decline over the last couple of weeks. So we're just going to look at some key levels and see where price could go in the short term future. If you like this type of content, make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, as it always makes help the channel grow. And if you are a fan of cryptocurrency, I have a cryptocurrency shop where you can shop cryptocurrency products anywhere from an educational course, price ticker, coins, t-shirts, accessories, jewelry, you know it, I've got it all. I'll leave a link in the description down below so you can get 5% off your next purchase. So, without further ado, let's begin. And let's begin with the bull market support band. We looked at this in my last video, and the bull market support band currently stands at 36.2k and 37.2k. Yeah, so it's between those two prices, and these two prices are a key level because one way to understand and analyze if Bitcoin is bullish or bearish is whether or not it backtests the bull market support band as support, or it backtests the bear market resistance band as resistance. Now what do I mean by that? Why did I say two different things? So if we're above the bull market support band, it means we're bullish, and it's even more bullish if we backtest it as support, because if we backtest it as support, you're more than likely going to make some new highs. And that's what's happened in all of 2023 actually. So if we take a look at the beginning of 2023, we broke above the bull market support band, back tested it as support, again went to put in new highs, back tested it as support, went to put in new highs, came back down. Yes, we got rejected. Yeah, we broke below, but that typically isn't something to do with Bitcoin or cryptocurrency as a whole. You know, in the pre-halving year or in the pre-election year of the stock market, that is when the S&P tends to dip, and that is exactly what happened. If we take a look at the SPX over the course of the summer of 2023, that is right here. Yeah, so this move right here, this was the S&P, and this normally happens in the pre-election year of Q3 for the S&P. So I feel like that is what brought the Bitcoin price down at the time, which is what made the Bitcoin price fall below its bull market support band. This always happens because if we take a look at the last pre-halving year, which was 2019, we always, when I say we, I mean the Bitcoin price always falls below its bull market support band in Q3 of the pre-halving year. It happened in 2019. If we go back to 2015, the same happened again, where we were below and we broke below in the summer of 2015. It's what happens all the time in pre-halving years of Q3. But since then, Bitcoin broke above the bull market support band, and the rest is history. Yeah, it went to that elusive 618 golden ratio of 48k that many people, including myself, were expecting. But the thing is, since that move, yeah, we did not touch, again, I say we, I mean the Bitcoin price did not come back to backtest the bull market support band once, which is why it could happen in February. And we also discussed the idea that in February of the halving year, the Bitcoin price always goes to the bull market support band. It's happened in every halving year. So let's verify this again. Again, don't take my word for it. It's always good to verify. If we go back to the halving year, in February of the halving year, Bitcoin broke down to its bull market support band. But last cycle, we didn't manage to hold it as support. We broke below due to the pandemic, as you can see. If we go back to the last halving before that, the last cycle, in February of the halving year, the Bitcoin price went to the bull market support band. Again, if we go back to 2012, you guessed it, the Bitcoin price went back down to its bull market support band. So there is some confluence right there. Yeah, there is some confluence right there. So do I think that the Bitcoin price can go to the bull market support band in the next few weeks? Most definitely. Yeah, it's not far-fetched at all, because if we take a look and give some sort of how much percent will it need to drop down to get to those levels, just to get to the top of the bull market support band is just shy of 6%. To the top of the bottom of the bull market support band is just above 8%. Yeah, so a 6 to 8% move is nothing with Bitcoin. So that's why I do think it can happen, and history can repeat itself. Yeah, so that's the bull market support band. Let's take a look at Bitcoin on the daily chart and see if there's any possibility of a short-term relief bounce instead of just being negative and bearish all the time. So if we get rid of this bull market support band now and we take a look at the 100-day moving average, you can see that's where we currently are right now. Right now we're literally bang on the 100-day moving average. You can see that we broke below. Yeah, we came down, broke below, wicked below, closed above, went above, and we're now currently back testing it as support. Yeah, so this can be seen as bullish for a short-term relief bounce. So the 100-day moving average is currently at just shy of 39.5k. So will this hold? We have to wait and see. But so far it is holding, and we can expect some sort of short-term bounce here, especially if it holds a support, to go back up to the upside. Now I'm going to back this up and validate it with some key levels to watch soon. But if we take a look at the last time the Bitcoin price held it as support, you can see it was right here. Yeah, so in Q2 of 2023. Now I am of the opinion that we do see some sort of short-term relief back up to the upside. I don't know what price. It could be anywhere between 42 and 44k before ultimately breaking below. That is what I believe. And I think the same thing could occur like what happened in Q2 of 2023, where Bitcoin price dropped near enough 20%. Yeah, it back tested the 100-day moving average, had a short-term relief pump, but then ultimately broke below. That is what I think could happen, and let me explain why. If we take a look at the liquidations, guys, this is on the 24-hour chart. You can see that there is some clusters of liquidations just above us at 40.5k. You know, it's starting to build up on both sides. If we look at the 3-day chart, you can see that there is a big cluster between 38k and 41k. So we could get one small last, dip before ultimately going back up, or we could just go straight up. Yeah, who knows what can happen. I'm not here to tell you this is 100% going to happen. I know that's what you might be looking for, but on this channel, guys, I'm going to give you both outcomes. I'm going to give you both sides of the story so you can ultimately make your decision. I'm going to give you evidence for both sides, back up my thesis for both sides, and then you can make your own judgment. I'm not here to stick with one bias or one agenda, because I've learned the hard way that if you are to do that, you risk getting wrong, and it's very easy to become wrong within the cryptocurrency asset class. So there's a build up of liquidations on both sides. If you take a look at it on the weekly level, you'll be able to see that the majority of the liquidity does lie around that 42k level, which is why I do think we could head there first. But you can also see that there's liquidity building up around that 38k level. So who knows what can happen in the immediate short term, but I do have a feeling we will get that short term relief bounce, just because we are holding the 100-day moving average as support. And then once we get that short term relief bounce, that is when I believe that the Bitcoin price will come back to its bull market support band in February. Yeah, that is just my thesis. If we take a look at the crypto fear and greed index, it looks like it has dropped. As I mentioned in the beginning of the video, that the sentiment right now has just completely diminished ever since the Bitcoin spot ETF went live on the 11th of January. Yeah, this actually went to extreme greed at levels of 76, but now it has dropped to 52. Last month it was greed. We were in greed for quite a while now. If we actually take a look at the chart and we take a look at the 3-month level, you can see we was at levels of greed for a good 3 months, and only now it's starting to trickle down and decrease again since the Bitcoin spot ETF went live. But yeah guys, that is it from me today. I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you hit that thumbs up, make sure you hit that subscribe button, as it always helps. I'm bringing crypto content near enough every day now, so make sure to follow me on my journey, because I will be able to help you navigate the markets and help you make risk adjusted decisions. So as always, it's been your boy J1 General. Thank you and goodbye.